Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this exciting new series I'm starting called Nostalgic Replays. So the whole purpose of the series is simply to play old games, or games that I played when I was younger, to see if they stand the test of time, if they really live up to the hype that I've sort of created around them from my first playthrough. And I thought, what better place to start than Half-Life, Half-Life 2 to be more specific. It was the first ever game I played on the PC actually. That and Counter-Strike Source. And back then I was really impressed with with everything about the game, basically, like the map design and the shooting. It was also my first person shooter game, so that sort of had an effect as well. But I want to try and go through it again here together with you guys, and we'll see if it lives up to my sort of expectations from back then. I am going to be playing this on hard. Back then I think I completed it on normal, so I wonder how much of a difference that's going to make. I mean, I guess it isn't really... it wouldn't be the same if I'm doing it on another difficulty, I don't know, but it'd be a little bit boring to do it exactly the same way. So let's see.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and shine. Not that I wish to imply you have been sleeping on the job. No one is more deserving of a rest, and all the effort in the world would have gone to waste until... well, let's just say your hour has come again. The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. So wake up, Mr. Freeman. Wake up and smell the ashes.
When I played Half-Life 2 the first time, I actually hadn't played Half-Life 1, so I had no idea who G-Man was, and I didn't know what that device in the background was, that whole the experiment, which created the whole incident in Black Mesa. But even then, I feel like it didn't matter much that I didn't know the universe that much. It sort of did a good job of placing you into the universe. And a lot has happened since those. It's not like it takes place in Black Mesa or anything, so there's not really much of a connection. The only thing that really matters are the characters, and even then, something like Barney and Dr. Klein, I believe his name is, they basically created out of NPCs that didn't really have any sort of character back in the day. So I feel like it's a really good bridge between those two series. They're only really sharing the main character and G-Man, I guess. And already it really does a lot to sort of build this oppressive sort of feeling on you. Like, everything looks run down, and freaking litter all over the place. And if you actually go to the people here,
Don't drink the water. They put something in it to make you forget.
They sort of have a lot of stuff in the background, and small conversations. Also, these two people, if you were up to them, it just sort of really builds this atmosphere. If you can just listen in here all the time, so.
Green again. I was hoping I'd seen the last of him in City 14. I wouldn't say that too loud. This is his base of operations.
I even appreciate this more than I did back then, now that I've read George Orwell's 1948. I always get that title wrong, but yeah. It's obvious that it doesn't stand the test of time when it comes to graphical fidelity. I mean, that is quite old by now, but yeah. But 12 years old now? I think it came out in 2004 or something like that, so yeah. But still, it's not like it's... like, there's a lot worse games when it comes to quality, when it comes to graphics. Oh, I hadn't actually noticed this before. That's kind of cool, like mugshot thing. Imagine going into a room and just seeing all this blood all over the place. That's gonna be real assuring.
It's me, Gordon. Barney from Black Mesa. Hey, sorry for the scare. I had to put on a show for the cameras. I've been working undercover with civil protection. I can't take too long or they'll get suspicious. I'm way behind on my beating quota.
God, beating quota.
Barney, what is it? I'm in the middle of a critical test.
Sorry, Doc, but look who's here.
Great Scott! Gordon Freeman!
I expected more warning.
Yeah, you and me both, Doc. He was about to board the express to Nova Prospect.
Well, Barney, what do you intend?
I'm thinking.
Alex is around here somewhere. She would have a better idea of getting here.
Well, as long as he stays away from checkpoints, we should be okay. Listen, I gotta go, Doc. We're taking enough chances as it is.
Very well. And, Gordon, good to see you.
Okay, Gordon. You're gonna have to make your own way to Dr. Kleiner's lab. Oh, man, that's what I was afraid of. Get in here, Gordon.
Oh, okay.
Before you blow my cover.
Sure. The fact that it has a... It does take a while for there to be any action, and we are playing it the second time. All this sort of introductory stuff, all these sort of... Well, it's not really cutscenes, but they function just as like, you can walk around them basically. It's just free walking cutscenes. A little bit monotonous and annoying, because it takes away from any sort of player interaction, but I guess will do. When I played this the first time, I didn't understand English, and, you know, even now I can barely understand what he's saying, but I didn't understand what he wanted me to do, so I just did this. And he wasn't really happy about that. Ow, 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 stop that. Did it land in the trash can anyway? Jesus. There we go. Bee hopping my way through the world. Oh, got bunny hopping. Benefactors, yeah, sure. Hostile takeover, please. What I mean by like graphic fidelity, if you look at this, like these windows, they're basically bent around this thing. Looks, and it's not really round. It's sort of a, I don't know, hex or something, or maybe a lot more, but whatever. And you know, there's no sort of borders to this window. It looks really weird, you know, this sort of stuff. And also this corner here, you know, but when you just sort of blaze past it, which is what you mostly do when you get to the actual action parts, it's a lot. It gets a lot better, you know, because you don't really notice it when it's, you know, in that sort of action part. And it's a lot more colourful than what I've seen from most. Even it being sort of depressing as it is, and you know, run down. There's a lot more colours than I see in most other games. I feel like, at least in shooters. And again, well, Overwatch is coming out now, so maybe not. Nah, let's not listen to... Wow. Let's not listen to him. He's out. Dr. Breen is not good for you. Go away.
I can't take it anymore.
Go.
What am I going to do?
Very important, this. We need to get Brain out of these houses. I cannot stand him. Having played this before makes this a little bit more, like, a little bit quicker. Have you heard, kids? TV makes you violent. Ugh. Wow, I suck at this. Come on. There we go. Run. I need to throw out all the TVs. Very important. Oh god. Ugh. I like how you can hear that sort of, that announcer woman all over the place. Like, that's pretty cool. It helps a lot to, you know, to again build up that sort of oppressive feeling, that, you know, hopelessness. The world has been taken over, and they're giving orders all over the town with these speakers. Pretty cool. I actually never noticed that. Maybe shouldn't be standing still when they're shooting at me. Ow. Ow. I don't know how much HP you got when you're in this non-suit mode. Ow. Run! Ow.
No, you don't.
A wild teenage crush appears. It's super effective.
Freeman, I presume.
Hold on, that's not how it goes. Never mind.
I better
You get it.
The Combine can be slow to wake, but
Let's just say I liked her a lot when I first met her in the game.
Dr.
Way
Clover
back
said
when.
you'd be coming this way. I don't think it occurred to him that you might not have a map.
Nah, I don't think the route I just took can be found on any maps.
My father worked with you back in Black Mesa. I'm sure you don't remember me though. Man, a few words, aren't you?
I gotta say, there's some writers at Valve who have to be the most smug, smart asses ever. Like, taking a piss out of the fact that you can't speak. You know, really, it's almost like meta comments. Like they're commenting on the flaws of their own game. That's kind of good. It's almost like Deadpool level. I'd say the facial animation is pretty good through the game, but that face she's giving me right now is kind of creepy.
On this day in particular. We've been helping people escape the city on foot. It's a dangerous route to my father's lab through the old canals. Today, we're finally on the verge of having a better way.
Wow, what a useful door.
Here, let me buy you a drink.
Dr. Breen's private reserve.
Oh, and by the way, nice to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Well, what do you need this thing for? Does that thing actually work? Hold on, let me just.
Uh-oh, everything all right, Dr.
It actually does. That's kind of cool.
Well, almost all right.
What do you need a seismic reader for?
If I didn't know better, I'd suspect
That thing's gotta be full, like, real quick.
Gordon Freeman.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
It really is you, isn't it?
I found him wandering around outside. Bit of a troublemaker, isn't he?
We owe a great deal to Dr. Freeman, even if trouble does tend to follow in his wake. I must say, Gordon, you've come at a very opportune time. Alex has just installed the final piece for our resurrected teleport.
I can't take any credit for the breakthrough, Doctor.
Nonsense. Your talents surpass.
That's what I'm talking about with these cutscenes.
This thing works, okay?
It's a little bit boring when you've played it before, and
Man, Gordon, you stirred
I don't know if I like this version of cutscenes where you can just do whatever the fuck you want. It's kind of
keep him here long.
weird. They're sort of talking to the back of your head, and you're obviously not paying attention.
With me.
That's right, Barney. This
But yeah.
is a red letter day. We'll inaugurate the new teleport with a double transmission.
You mean it's working? For real this time? Because I still have nightmares about that cat.
No, there's nothing to be nervous about.
Cat?
We've made major strides since then. Major strides.
What cat?
Doc, since he's not taking the streets, you might as well get him out of his city.
Ugh, damn it.
Oh dear, you're right. I almost forgot. Barney, I'll give
Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna have to keep an eye out for G-Man, by the way. And I know he's right there. So that's the first G-Man sighting. Oh yeah, maybe we should keep an eye on this.
Lamar.
It is really cute how incapable that thing is.
Certainly not.
Like, compared to all the other headcrabs in this game, it's completely
Completely harmless.
fucking useless.
The worst you might do is attempt to cover it with your head.
Get that thing away from me!
Here, my pet. Up. No, not up there. No. Careful, Lamar. Those are quite fragile. Oh, fine. It'll be another week before I can.
Okay, I think I've broken it.
Yeah, longer if we're lucky.
Barney, you're not an animal person.
Ugh. I wouldn't call that an animal too. I'm on his side. That's a foreshadowing right there. I broke the teleporter. That's interesting. Well, into the suit we go. So we can sprint around, because you couldn't do that before. You need the suit to run, apparently.
AG.